Hi, my name is Chang Yoon. I'm a Korean Australian. After looking at the events happening in front of our eyes, I have come to realize that Vice President Mike Pence is another Brutus to Donald Trump. As Trump lawyer Linwood pointed out, it is found that all Russian scandal was a hoax. It was a deep state agenda for impeachment. It would have been useless if vice president is the same type as Donald Trump, because it will be only worthwhile to impeach president only when vice president is someone they can control, because the vice president will replace President Trump anyway. So, to in order that to make sense, they have something in their mind. See, they would not have killed John F. Kennedy if Vice President Lyndon Johnson was not their puppet. They killed Kennedy because Vice President is someone they can control already. That's that made them possible. If the Vice President was Robert Kennedy, like his brother, they would not have. They would have killed both at the same time. But their plan is like that. So how come they want to impeach President Donald without controlling Vice President? But it's quite clear, If they try this impeachment plan, that Vice President is quietly, deeply connected in this deep state. I want to point out also that many American Christians were deceived by the candidate's confession of Christian faith. See, let's have a look at what happened in the past. Jimmy Carter is quite devout Christian, Baptist. So many Christians voted for him. You know what he did? He shut down diplomatic ties with Taiwan and shook hands with the Chinese Communist Party, which was the beginning of this whole problem. See, this is quite really a betrayal of Christian faith. See, how can they shook hands with the communists and then just cut the diplomatic ties with a democratic country? This simply shows what they have really in mind. George Bush, another Christian, he said. Jesus Christ, when asked by a reporter, quote, "Who do you respect most in your life?" unquote. He said, Jesus Christ. I will never forget his smirky smile after that answer. I witnessed this same smirky smile on Pence's face when he delivered the speech at Turning Point, USA, maybe some days ago. He looks like pointing out the illegal voting as illegal, but look at his smile. I didn't see any conviction or the real heart coming from his heart. It's just like smile. He's saying, look, Bill Barr, the same. All those four intelligence people, like everybody was accusing China as the biggest enemy of the USA. But what happened with the Bill Barr? After some months later, he said there is no widespread vote fraud. That is his final, his say about Trump. Look at the Trump staff, all of his people, who were picked up by recommendation of people. The Trump he was betrayed many times by his people. When you look at this, how could it be possible that even Mike Pence is his people? They have been saying yes to president all the time, but in very important case, they will rebel, like Bill Barr did. Everyone did. I think Mike Pence is also the same. Because I was not able to see the in his strong conviction in his heart. He's like a lukewarm people smiling all the time. You see, that's like a, and then how can then this deep state can plan a Russian scandal, trying to impeach president if they are not able to control the vice president? So it doesn't make sense. Looks like Trump does not have many options. The only hope he has is the military, but still military, and most of them are not his people. Most of them are bribed, so they won't listen to Trump order of martial law. So I think it is inevitable that that the Great Division will break out in the states. See, if Trump wants to go on martial law, they will try to assassinate Trump. See, so we need to be careful about that one, because that is the only they will give excuse of killing Trump, and then they will, but Trump at this time has the excuse of Trump card is martial law. By this he can arrest all deep state at once. He should arrest all at once. Otherwise, they will, many people already in the military will rise against him, and it will be very hard. And then investigate this fraud election, and they punish all involved, as treason, because it is treason. This type of voter fraud is definitely, I think, is big fraud. And the foreign interference is quite apparent. So deep state is very powerful, and their group regard their agenda as the highest value and authority. See, higher than their religion. So their religion is not important here. Christianity, whatever religion they might have, if they belong to this deep state, their agenda is the highest authority. So, they swear in this, in blood. So, and then in this ceremony, they sell their souls. So, you see, normal people cannot understand them. They will do, their loyalty to that the ceremony, the evil scheme, see. So it is very hard. We cannot win this war with this simple, understanding of the situation. I think it's very sad that Trump has only a couple of patriotic people around him, but most of them are, deeply rooted in the deep state. So I think Trump should open the eyes, and then, maybe the Minister of Defense is the last hope for him. But still, the same thing happened in Korea 30 years ago. When President Park was assassinated, there was a military coup happened, and then the general who was responsible for the suppressing coup, he later found that all of his armies were all gone to deep state already. So the 2/3 of the army was already gave up, and because they already had a plan beforehand. So he also stepped down, because there was no way possible, because the all military was already taken over by the coup family. But he just wanted to, do his best with the 1/3 of the army left. He wanted to, but he gave up also. But later, because he worried about his people killing and then be killed, you see, because people are worried about the riot, so he gave up. And then after that, because he stepped down and he gave up, and then because of that, many innocent Korean freedom-loving people has to shed their blood. Thousands of people in the city of Gwangju. That same thing will happen, because if you are concerned about the riot and then give up, then we have to pay the higher price. Just we witnessed in the history. See, I knew that we have no hope, even in Supreme Court. You see, we have a witness that there is no hope already. The John Roberts, when he was appointed as the Chief Justice, I saw one YouTube video saying that at that time the Vice President Biden is like giving strong, like commanding officer to his subordinates, instruction to the Chief Justice, and then the Roberts was saying yes man to him. So I knew that he was, even though appointed by the Republican president George Bush, he was a yes man to Joe Biden. And then what happened? Look at those Supreme Court justices who were appointed by Trump. What did they do? They do the same thing. So this deep state is quite deeply rooted, and I think it's very hard time for Trump to decide now. He's a very old man, but it's, once he came to save the world and save the United States of America, not considering his own life, his own wealth, and his own inconvenience, there will be many people who will support him. It's 75 and all is, including their family, 75 million people who voted for him and their family. Many people are on their side, on his side. But I know that we should not trust anyone. Even Mike Pence is definitely like going to be another Brutus to Trump. So Trump should be prepared for this, and they're ready to trigger the button of martial law straight away when this one goes according to their agenda. Thank you for watching. Thank you.